Tomer says, Batman vs. Superman finished their shooting. Do you think the film is going to be released earlier?
No, I think, well, first of all, I don't know why I'm answering first, because it's just reflex. It's happened. So I might as well just keep going. Sorry about that. No, I mean, they finished shooting. They always knew this was when they were going to finish. They have a schedule. They knew exactly when they would finish shooting, and they still plan to release it in 2016. I go back to the conversation me and Schnepp had, or me and Dennis had too. Fingers crossed that Warner Brothers is getting ready to pull the biggest prank on us ever, and then like drop like 1 month in advance, say, oh, by the way, it's coming in February! And they drop it in February instead of 2016, but I don't think it's gonna happen, no.
I don't think so either, just because, you know, they have that set date, plus, you know, there's still a lot of post-production to be done. I mean, a lot of these big budget movies, though, you know, the effects that need to be done take a long, long time, and they can always, those things are never, it's kind of the same thing they say about editing. They're never really finished. They just have to leave it as it is when the time runs out. What about you guys?
I was going to say, isn't it upsetting that they announced James Bond's Spectre, like I think it was yesterday, and that it's coming out before Batman v Superman? They haven't even written it.
They haven't even started shooting
it, and it's going to be coming out in December of 2015. And this movie just finished shooting, and it's not coming out till 2016. So yes, I am kind of I want to speculate with the question and say, wouldn't it be amazing if they kept the date of 2016 and just said, yeah, we're keeping that date, that's just part 2. And they just split it into Dawn of Justice Part 1 and 2, and they rock the first part in this coming summer of 2015. Mind blown. That'd be insanity. People running around the streets with happiness. So.
This is the equivalent of snooping around your house for presents for Christmas, and you find a box and your parents say, oh, you're not going to open that one until next year. Oh, you're like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So I think this is going to come out online next week, and I think you'll still see it in theaters at its original release date, March 2016.
Oh, good thing it's not a Sony movie. It'd be leaked already. All right, what's next?
Dave asks, which is your favorite James Bond movie and who has been your favorite Bond?
Oh, that's tough. Yeah. I mean, I haven't, like, you guys probably have watched a lot more Bond movies than I have, so I think Casino Royale is probably my favorite
one. With Daniel Craig?
With Daniel Craig.
I was going to say they had the Woody Allen one. I don't know if you're talking about that.
No. But then the one that kind of exemplifies the character for me is Pierce Brosnan. So I don't know, John?
I've said this for a long time. For the longest time, we've had these two representations of Bond with Sean Connery and Roger Moore, right? And they each represented different aspects of Bond. You had the badass Bond, you had the pure, slick and suave Bond. The other one had a little bit of badass, the other one had a bit of suave, but they represented the two polar opposites. And you got Pierce Brosnan, who I felt fell more into line with the Roger Moore kind of Bond, and that's why he was so good at that. I still think Daniel Craig is the best Bond we've ever had. And I know that sounds very today-ish. You're just saying that because it's what's going on now. I've always felt that he is the perfect hybrid of the two representations of Bond. I think he is the perfect cross between Sean Connery and Roger Moore, and he brings both of those into one James Bond. And that's why, for me, he's my favorite one.
Mark?
To quote the comic book store guy from The Simpsons, that is a picture of Sean Connery autographed by Roger Moore. I think I like the Daniel Craig movies the best because I think they're such well-made films and they just feel modern, and that's my generation. However, I love Sean Connery. He's the original Bond. I think for what Bond is, I think Roger Moore is the best personification of that character of anybody that we've seen.
I'm going to go with George Lazenby from Her Majesty's Secret Service.
I knew you were going to say Lazenby.
I'm not going with Lazenby. I'm going with Sean Connery. I still love the original James Bond the best. And second runner-up is Daniel Craig. I think Daniel Craig is, to me, like exemplifies what Bond is, just like Sean Connery. And that's not to say I didn't enjoy Roger Moore or Pierce Brosnan or Timothy Dalton or any of the other Bond movies, but I'll always watch Diamonds Are Forever. I'll go back to the Sean Connery Bonds. And now the Daniel Craig Bonds, I think, are great, except for Quantum of Solace.
Surprise, surprise, no one picked creepy Bond, Timothy Dalton.
I like Dalton, come on.
You mean Killer Bond?
Yeah.
Yes. I still murder people in cold blood. Yes.
All right, let's do one more.
All right, Paul asks, what do you think about the state of DreamWorks right now with Penguins of Madagascar and How to Train Your Dragon 2 bombing?
John?
This is a very interesting definition of the word bombing. How to Train Your Dragon 2, like when you guys are, I'll look at the box office, but I'm pretty positive that movie made money. I don't know about I looked up the Madagascar numbers yet, but I mean, it didn't come in #1 because you had Hunger Games out. That was totally expected. I'm more concerned about the quality of The Penguins of Madagascar because it's my job. I wanted to go to watch it, and it's not very good. I didn't think. It wasn't horrible, though. I didn't think it was terrible, but I didn't think it was all that great. DreamWorks right now is trailing. They're behind when it comes to like Pixar and stuff like that, putting out like just quality films on a consistent basis. But How to Train Your Dragon 2 was awesome. We talked about that the other day.
But isn't Despicable Me and Minions under DreamWorks as well?
I know they're Universal, but is that a part of their DreamWorks thing?
I think it might be.
I will also look that up. I'll look that up right now.
I'm not sure. I mean, I know How to Train Your Dragon 2 made a lot of money. It didn't open as strongly as some people had predicted, as the box office experts thought it might. So it had a disappointing opening weekend haul. But the movie itself, the quality was tremendous. And at least with Penguins of Madagascar, Madagascar is so boring. The penguins are the best part about it. And I like that Penguins movie. They're adorable. They're cute. Now they're spies. Come on. Spy penguins.
Okay, Despicable Me 2 is a Universal Pictures production animated by Illumination Entertainment.
Okay. All right, Schnepp.
I'm looking. I haven't seen Penguins yet, but I still laugh whenever I see the trailer. So I'm looking forward to seeing it in the next couple weeks. I'm going to see it as a Christmas movie.
You're going to want to buy a penguin, John.
I can't wait to adopt like 7 penguins.
Please don't, but you're going to want to.
Yeah, I heard they're kind of difficult to hang out with, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I, like you, I'm not a big Madagascar, so.
I saw it for the penguins.
Yeah, I'm checking this out when I see it for the penguins.
Just as a side note, too, How to Train Your Dragon 2 made $618 million.
That's
worldwide.
nothing. What a box office bomb.
Chump change. Why was the bomb so bad?
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.